Houston, coming in hot over TD-ECU Stadium. Section 12X specials on the way. Look out below. Yeah! Enjoy the gifts, everybody.
Hey, y'all, this is Ryan Monso, and this is the Cougar After Thoughts Show from GoCoogs.com. JoJo Tugler is on the screen doing interviews with the TNT crew, and I just did not expect that coming. Houston wins 66-56. It was ugly. It looked like the third game in 3 days, how they're all going to look. I'm going to ask for each of you 30 seconds. What's your thoughts, Brad?
I saw some really good things in there. Hats off to Khalifa Sacco. He looked great. He's starting to feel it. Let's see. I got to double check the scorebook. Let's see. Scorebook looking in old timey style.
Sacco did not play in the first half. I don't think they intended to play him, to be honest.
Yeah. Mercy only had 4 points, but damn, he played good. Played good defense, got some boards, got some hustle action out there, and Ramon Walker. Boom, good to see you. Good to see you. Early in the first half, I thought it was fantastic. And then it's like we kind of petered out, if you would.
Okay, good 30 seconds. Galen. Okay. Somehow Galen is muted.
Oh,
you can only unmute yourself.
My bad. Yeah, my bad. But,
okay, try again.
Ramon Walker is a vet. Came in, had an instant impact, didn't play in the first 2 games, but a guy like that always stays ready. I thought we came out with the right attitude, the right energy, but that has to be sustained. Granted, it's a hard thing to do, but that has to be sustained. We can't be up 20 and then now we're biting our nails, so we gotta get that under control. But good win nonetheless.
Yeah, a couple of scoring droughts, some bad basketball from time to time. Hard to watch. I finally figured out this AI thing a little bit. Let's see.
Merry Christmas, Houston, coming in hot over TD-ECU Stadium. Section 12X specials on the way. Look out below. Yeah! Enjoy the gifts, everybody.
Man, who knew Houston would let me ride in style?
A turkey saddle's a bold move, bro.
But that slice, that's bolder.
Star Pizza, baby.
Good people, better pizza.
Facts. Cheers to that.
Cheers. Hey, Cougar Nation, I'm Ryan Monso reporting for GoCoogs.com. Welcome to Cats, the Cougar After Thoughts Show. Let me introduce my bitches, Galen and Brad.
What's up, y'all? Ethical Hoops Talk coming your way.
Let's get it.
Ethical Hoops Talk coming your way.
What did you get? Central Casting, generic honky, man. Generic honky 4, and rando black guy 2.
So I didn't even ask it to do a black guy. I just said Brad is fat, and apparently it just decided I'm a ginger no matter what. So thank you to Sora.
You can put both of us in there, right?
That's next day. This is first day. Okay. I asked it, okay, make me a little more Southern. It also gave me like meth tea.
Hey, y'all, this is Ryan, and this is Cats from GoCoogs.com. Houston beats Notre Dame 66-56 in Vegas. Galen and Brad are here. Let's go. Cougs clawed it out, brought the heat on defense, and we are headed home with a W.
Was that supposed to be me and Galen there on the bench?
I thought it was Jamie. But yeah, I guess that was the two of y'all.
Good y'all, this is Ryan, and this is Cats from GoCoogs.com. Houston beats Notre Dame 66-56 in Vegas. Galen and Brad are here. Let's go. Cougs clawed it out, brought the heat on defense, and we are headed home with a W.
Yeah, Brad, you look like Arch Manning.
Brad looked like Brandon Pajimski, Jack Harlow. Oh,
Anyways,
man.
that's where we're at. Yeah, there's a lot of bad to talk about, and everybody's going to want to talk about it. But it's a holiday now. Let's just have a good time.
If you think I'm going to complain about a 10-point win,
A 10-point win.
You got me fucking
After a
F-bombs
brutal
already.
loss yesterday, I think it's okay. They're going to fly home tonight, and I think they'll be okay with where it's at.
It looked like that second half looked like it was their third game in 3 days. Like it. So yeah. So, but get a few days off, man. Get some rest, get some fresher legs. Let the guys get a breather.
Ooh.
Yeah. Happy for them. What?
Nothing. Never mind.
But I thought I cursed.
No.
I
was looking at something.
Oh.
I like that soft background you got working there, buddy.
Yeah, man. You know the vibes.
Looking all professional and everything.
I mean, come on, man. You know me, Brad. I'm just trying to up it a notch, man. That's
always improving, man. Always adding something.
Absolutely.
Don't even have it vertical, man. It's nuts.
Yeah.
The production value with Galen Robinson.
Oh, man, I would say though, this was the first freshman game Kingston had.
Yeah.
I'd say really the first freshman games, all of them. Like this was the game where games like this, three games in 3 days, it just shows maturity. And how much room, granted, they are phenomenal, but how much room they have to grow. So, I'm just glad we won, man. It got iffy for a second there, but I'm glad we were able to pull out the dub. 1-0 on a day.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kingston looked phenomenal early. He was getting a lot of assists. He was really doing a good job of controlling the tempo and actually getting everybody running. I thought Milos did a great job coming out gunning as the kind of playing in that 2-guard spot. Finally looked comfortable in receiving the ball and getting shots in rhythm. I thought that looked really good. But then Kingston picked up a couple of fouls. But we already had by then 18, 20-point lead. And I think guys just kind of took the foot off the gas a little bit. But the one thing that I was really happy to see, and I hope that they learned from this after another long scoring drought, instead of complaining about how many fouls and free throws the other team gets, finally we said, you know what? If you play to contact, you might get to the line.
So there was a 4-minute stretch from one media timeout to the next. It was about 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Notre Dame committed 6 fouls. U of H shot on 5 of them, the last 5. I think they made all 10 free throws. A lot of 1-and-1s. Sacco made both of his. Emmanuel, Mercy, Milos, and then I think Mercy again. That's your entire difference in a game, is making those 10 free throws. And it's because you went to the hole instead of, hey, let's just jack up threes for the next 15 minutes and see how that goes. So,
I mean, crazy things happen whenever you play to contact. I mean, you're going to, if you want to get to the free throw line, it's really, really simple to get to the line because you can draw fouls left and right, especially whenever referees, when you're playing in a game, a lot of our games are going to get pretty ugly because we foul a lot. I mean, we might get called for 25 fouls, but really, technically, we got away with another 10.
Or 20.
It's almost like a reputation. Draymond Green has a higher threshold to get a technical foul just because he's Draymond.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it's like, people started recognizing about 5 years ago that, you know what, Houston's going to foul you every time down the court and force the referees to call it because they can't call it every time. We find where the limit is and then pull back a little bit from it. But
dictate the terms.
But going and hunting fouls. I mean, you see how devastating it is whenever people do it to us, because you got to play with mismatched lineups. I mean, you got the usual 5 fouls on JoJo, but I think we're really learning to deal with that.
He didn't get his first foul until under the last media in the first half.
I was sitting there in my mind. I was saying, you know what, JoJo's playing a lot baby He's looking better offense. He's showing some discernment.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah, it's baby steps.
Then he just goes Tommy Boy, and I want to kill it.
To his defense, though, 2 of those fouls, especially the last one, that last one was not a foul.
No, not a foul at all.
That was not a foul. Like when Coach Sampson agreed, and he ain't gonna ever try to agree. His reaction said it. I was like, the ref had a bad angle. Yeah, but that was not a foul at all. Not at all.
It was a chicken shit flagrant, and it just shouldn't have happened. I didn't like that.
No.
But whatever. JoJo leaves Vegas with 13 fouls. Good for him. Yeah, I think he had 11 last year. He had 4 against Notre Dame.
I mean, if you can average 4.5 for the season, that's pretty impressive.
Hey, that's much needed dub. Question for Galen. When we struggle and need a bucket, is the unwillingness of our guards to drive past their man to pull up and shoot dish to the big, or is it an inability?
I personally believe that at this point, it's not an inability. And I wrote in my notes that when Los comes off the screen, he's not a guy who has breathtaking athleticism. He's not fast. He's not, he's not super athletic. I want him to kind of probe off the screen more and make the defense react to him. I feel like a lot of times he'll come off the screen, and as soon as he gets off the screen, he's just passing it. He's not exploring, and it's like he has that green light on that naked side to where it's like that big man has to make a decision. They're going to chase him over the screen because he can shoot. So it's like once they're behind you, they're kind of at your mercy. So I wouldn't say it's an inability because our guards can get downhill, but I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Okay. Happy for Ramon. Got some 2022 flashbacks. He had a really nice day. I was happy for. I mean, I like that guy. He is the nicest guy I've ever met in basketball. Like genuinely decent, fun, happy guy. And I just could not be happy for him.
It's crazy. Ramon, he had messaged me probably like a month ago. And this is how you're dealing with a vet. Because most guys ask you, hey, how do you score more points? How do you do this? How do you do that? It's all offensive driven. And he was like, Galen, how do I get better at like my closeouts and guarding closeouts? And I was just like, damn, this guy knows how he's going to be utilized, and he's taking pride in that role. And it was today, I think it was in the second half, he had a closeout to the wing, got shot fake, he stayed down, got all the way to him, and I was like, wow, he really did it. Like that was really cool to see for me.
What was your tip to him? What did you say?
You have to know what you're taking away. So it's like if Khalifa got the ball, you're not about to close out and run him off the line. Whereas like if it's a guy like Chase, you want him to kind of drive to the basket because that's not his strength yet. So you want to close out to him because he wants to shoot. It's just knowing the scouting report and knowing that you can't take everything away.
That's pretty good. Like Coach Sampson said, you're not the team you want to be right now, and that's okay because you can get there. Much needed game from Ramon. Yeah, you're not the team you want to be. And
not even close.
I am just seeing it on our sites. People just don't understand that this is part of the process. It's a necessary part. You need to struggle and see that your way of doing it doesn't match the program's way of doing it. And we have not seen a team that didn't click for. Now, maybe some of them it didn't click for quite as well, or they didn't make a shot in the right spot. But these teams get better. It just happens. And I think you're going to see that with this team. The frustration you see with certain players right now, you're not going to see that in 2 or 3 months from fans.
I don't know.
Watching the turnout, watching how Los from last year at this point to how he looked in March, we should have all the confidence in the world that, you know what, guys do get better as the season goes on.
Well, and not even
We
that.
should we should find comfort in that.
I didn't even realize this till I went back and looked at it today.
Yeah.
Through all of the non-conference, Jawan was mediocre at best.
At
So
best.
So was
I
Jamal.
mean, I think he only had maybe 4 games in double figures and 3 games with double-digit rebounds. I mean, Sinak's already produced more than what J1 did through 8 games that J1 did the entire out of conference. I mean, we were playing.
You can only compare Sinak to Jawan in March in his 6th year. That's the only comparison that works.
Yeah, I mean, he might be a 2-time All-Star in the NBA by then.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, I know that the frustrating thing for me is this isn't a new thing. Every year we've talked about this, and literally I'm talking about for the last, since COVID, what started in 2021. We know what we're going to look like in November. We're going to be a piecemeal team. We're going to be learning. We're going to be growing, and we're a different team. But every year we get the exact same over-the-top definitive statements of this team is going to be this, therefore this isn't going to happen. We don't know. I have no clue. No clue what's going to happen. But what I do know is that every year so far, team looks one way in November. They look different in December. They look real different in January. Every single month, they look like a different team. I mean, could this be the one? I mean, if you've been predicting for the last 5 years that, we just don't have it in November, man, this team's going to struggle. We'll never compete in the Big 12. Oh, my God, how are we going to do it? Well, we'll never compete in the Big 12 again, not 2 years in a row. Well, if you say that right now, maybe you'd be right for the first time ever.
You might, but you might not.
We don't know.
I am interested to see the lineups in this game and how many lineups were used. You went a long period of time with Milos and Emmanuel Sharp in the game, and then 3 guys you're not expecting to be huge contributors, or maybe not in that first 6 or 7. And that is building for the future. That is not trying to look your best on November 26th. Is trying to look your best on March 26th. And that's just what they're going to do. And that's good. That's good for the building and the growth of this program. Mercy only played, I think, 14 minutes, but had 4 fouls. Hats off to him for really picking up the slack when JoJo wasn't around. But Ced Lott played early on. Ramon played a ton. Isaiah Harwell got double-digit minutes. Even Cordell got in the game. Didn't get much time, but he got in the game.
Mercy was incapable of having a game like this last year, where he came in and impacted it. He made multiple winning plays and very, very, very small. It was like a very small window. He made multiple winning plays, and that's just the growth. It's like these guys will eventually get better. Their mindset towards certain things are going to change. And we just got to stay the course. You got to remember, these kids are 18, 19 years old. It's just unfair to have that expectation of these guys.
Mercy had 4 points on 4 free throws, 4 rebounds, 4 fouls.
Hey, 4 for 4 from Wendy's. Get them a sponsorship.
Saw in the pregame, it was actually the post game of the game of 4 hours, but they were talking about, or no, it was on Twitter. Anyhow, they were talking about Sinak, how he was playing really good defense, but he made a freshman mistake yesterday. Played really good defense around the perimeter, all on one play. His guy switched off. He did a really good job of taking on that next guy. But then all of a sudden he just kind of quit on the play. And then they end up getting they end up scoring on a baseline, a guy going behind him. And he said, that's the typical freshman stuff you're going to see. He said, but that's a thing that he's never, ever been asked to do in his entire life. And a lot of these guys, Mercy's never been asked to play defense, at least not defense like this. Defense before is, just stay near the man and, just do your best to get the ball back and let's go run it
around.
Yeah. But these guys are asked to do a lot more than they've ever dreamed about having to do.
They probably never had a scouting report as detailed as ours, to where you got to know multiple guys, multiple positions. If someone's right-handed or left-handed, somebody can shoot or not, if they can dribble well. And it's so many things you got to pay attention to. And it's like, when you're a big, you have to know what guards can do what, because that dictates the coverage call that you make when the other big sets the screen. So if so you have to. I know that's probably never been asked of them, never. And it's just like it feels like it's a million things going on in your mind, and it's like you got to be able to think quick, man.
Yeah, you even saw it tonight. Kingston, he got caught ball watching and gave up a backdoor dunk. It's like we were playing really good defense. All it takes is being off by a half step.
For sure. What's the schedule like for the team the next 10 days? So they'll get their mandatory day off. They'll probably get more than one.
Yeah.
If we're being honest. Get a couple days for the holiday. They've got 10 days until they play at Toyota Center, I think. So there's going to be some days off. But there's also
probably
going to be
off.
A lot of film
day, light, kick it up, start preparing for Florida State, probably that 5th or 6th day. It's probably going to be 3 off days in that time span, I would think.
When you were in this program and you would have these 10-day stretches where you didn't play or maybe played once, what do you remember being the things that they focused on most? Is it just film and individual stuff?
It depends on the type of team that you have, but
okay.
Like, because my senior year, at least, Coach Sampson, he knew he had a veteran group and guys who knew what they were doing. So there were certain things he didn't have. Like, there were certain things he had to do a certain way, because he knew that we knew everything and he didn't want us to get full of ourselves. So we had to kind of keep us, keep us humble a little bit, because we were very familiar with the system. Whereas this group, you got guys who you have guys who still need their confidence boosted. You have guys who still need to be taught certain things. So like Coach Sampson always says, nothing's been learned until it's been taught. Nothing's been taught until it's been learned. So he's probably going to have a different approach, granted with the same intensity. But the biggest thing is just this time of the year, especially with this team, the biggest thing is learning.
Okay. Some good comments coming. I'm concerned with our inside scoring and presence. JoJo will be fine, but do you think Sanak has the strength?
Yes.
If scoring was about strength, said Lot would be the best player on our team. No disrespect to him, but it's not about strength. Granted, I get what he's trying to say, but it's like he'll never be a guy that's going to, at least in college, is someone that's going to overwhelm you with his strength. That's not his game.
No.
Not his game. You got a big stepping out to the three-point line. Okay, he ain't going to be Shaq. Like, so he's a finesse. He's a finesse big.
Do you think, in a way, that they're still figuring out
exactly
how to plan for him? Like U of H is trying to figure it out.
Yeah, but it's like you got to remember that 3 games in 3 days, that's tough.
Especially 100%.
You're still trying to figure out if you're on foot or horseback. And whether people agree or not, the defensive end impacts how you play offense and vice versa. So when you're clicking on all cylinders, you're able to produce at a higher level on both ends. And there's some things that, like you said, he's getting, because he's having to do things that he's never been asked to do before. Certain things are happening that have never happened to him before. So there's
Yeah.
a learning curve before we can really see him.
Okay.
Well, granted, the kid is talented, and it's like he'll definitely probably average double figures in Big 12 play, but we just got to bear with him. It's new. This is
And I think
month one on the job.
8 games into it.
Shit.
I think he's looking for where he's going to fit in, or where he feels more comfortable in this offense. And Greg Anthony was talking about this with Notre Dame. You've got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and his fadeaway tells me he's uncomfortable with the ball in certain spots with a certain amount of pressure on it. You've got to be able to trust your ability, and that'll come. That'll come through repetition, through more opportunities. The only thing that I would like to see him do is put himself in better positions, with a little bit more work, I guess, in the mid-range, and finding that little hole, because if JoJo's going to be down at the bottom, there's room for him all over the place.
But also you got to realize too is at any given time we're going to have 3 guards who can make a 3-point shot on the court. So it's like you're not going to be able to just dig and help recklessly. So it's like once the game slows down for him, for Big Chris, that's when it'll all start to come together, and he'll be able to differentiate. Okay, I'm in position to score, but I'm in a position to also create. And when you're in that type of position, which is you don't have to score it. You can create for someone else, and there's knowing when I'm going to shoot this little fadeaway or when I'm going to drop it off. Like it's just knowing all the little intricacies but he's going to learn. Our guys, they practice a lot. They watch a lot of film. It's gonna happen. It's gonna come for him.
That speed. I mean, these guys are used to playing against elite talent in their prep school, but that still doesn't compare to what they're facing right now. I mean, even
the standard
against,
that's upheld.
Yeah, I mean, because everybody is good, even the quote unquote bad teams, even the guys that you look down on like Towson and things like that. Those are good teams. Guys like Oakland, those are all solid teams, and they're all veteran teams. They're guys that they're not stacked with McDonald's All-Americans, but these are guys who straight up ball. I mean, that's what they do.
Gave us 20. I know he could hoop.
How much better are you knowing kind of the tricks of the game as a veteran versus when you're in high school, no matter how elite you are? You can get by on just talent alone in high school. But then you get guys whose talent level is higher than what you're used to as far as the bottom end of it. The floor starts rising. But then all of a sudden they're doing it they're playing a game that looks slower. You're playing a game that looks a lot faster.
Yeah.
And they're smarter than you, because they've been through the battles.
A guy like Ramon probably doesn't know when he's going to play, but it's like every time on defense, I just have faith that he's going to be in the right spot. He knows where to go. He has a feel for the system, and that just gives you a peace of mind knowing that I have this coming off my bench. And a lot of people forgot, like, Ramon can get a bucket. Like, but because it hasn't had to be his role. So it's like having that experience and having a guy who he can come in and impact the game with his energy, let alone make an open shot.
Yeah.
That's a good feeling to have as a coach.
He was
That's a good feeling to have as an observer.
4 of 6, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block
turnovers
today. No turnovers.
No turnovers. He knows himself.
And did all that in 23 minutes, which is pretty damn good. Has Mercy earned some of the minutes Harwell is getting?
I don't think it's a either or scenario. I think what I've seen early, and this is just I could be just completely wrong, but what I've seen early, it's going to be dictated by matchups. It's going to be dictated by rolling with the hot hand. And tonight in particular, you can tell, or I at least saw that they're looking to get guys in games and get them in positions to
Mess up. For real.
to learn. I mean,
To learn,
Mhm.
that's why you got set out there early. You wanted to get him some meaningful minutes as opposed to waiting till late. And tonight was, perfect time to do it because you got guys who might be dead legged. I think I'm starting to believe that Mercy is getting it and is leaning more towards that Ramon type role, at least right now. I think he has the ability to be a premier scorer, but he's doing the small things that you have to do, like you said,
To
Galen,
win.
the winning plays.
I think that Mercy, I feel like he may give you a bit more peace, just because he has a level of familiarity with the system. He knows how to make winning plays. Now we've clearly seen it, and we got to remember that Isaiah has been in and out of the rotation. He's a freshman, and he's still kind of mentally recovering from an injury. So he's
Yeah.
kind of had a
I
lot
mean,
of
he's still
things
physically
going.
recovering.
Yeah, but it's like but the mental healing takes a lot longer than the physical, and it's just like he has a lot of things going against him. On top of it's still all being new to him.
Yeah.
So it's just like there's a lot going on up here for him, and and that's just so. But he'll get it too. He'll figure it out.
Merry Christmas, Houston! Coming in hot over TD-ECU Stadium. Section 12X specials on the way. Look out below! Enjoy the gifts, everybody!
Man, who knew Houston would let me ride in style?
A turkey saddle's a bold move, bro.
But that slice? That's bolder.
Star pizza, baby.
Good people, better pizza.
Facts. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
I think Brad, as Santa, is a better promoter than Brad in real life. Section 12X. Get you some.
Yeah.
Brad, tell me about
Everything's-
Section 12X.
Everything will be 25% off. Black Friday starts midnight Thursday, Friday morning. Sweet. He hit the eject button. See ya.
Ejectocito, cuz.
Hey, everybody got to take advantage of this 25% off. Go out there, get it. First time buyer, great. Need more? Even better. Friends and family, perfect stocking stuffer. Give it to them.
Hey, that's great
Make them
promo
say,
right there, Charles.
right here.
Nah.
This hat, biggest sale of the year. Good time to take advantage of it.
Star Pizza.
Good people. Better pizza.
3 locations. Family owned and operated since 1976. They're going to celebrate 50 years next year.
Jeez.
They're
Know
going to
what they're
take that
doing.
day off for Thanksgiving. But coming back Friday, you've got the all-you-can-eat buffet. Black Friday, you're shopping. You're trying to avoid shopping. You're like me. You just want to watch football. You want to see that petty stuff that's going to happen Friday and Saturday in these rivalry games. Get you some Star Pizza. Carb up the right way with your Star Pizza. Get it going. Galen out. You ready? You ready? Brad, which is your favorite of the rivalry games this week?
I don't know if I really have a favorite.
Well, you're an idiot. There's one answer to this. There's a right answer.
What's that?
The Egg Bowl.
Well, I was going to say I'm most interested in the Ole Miss game. Just because I want to see somebody acting like a dog pissing on the goalpost. I want to see Lane Kiffin do something crazy. Yeah.
So this game is at Mississippi State this week. The things you can do, video board, the PA, just be petty, troll.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what this entire rivalry is about. These
Mhm.
people hate each other. And
Yes.
the Iron Bowl gets more glory in that because the Iron Bowl typically has more national meaning. But the petty anger, just goofy stuff that happens in the Egg Bowl is way better. Somebody tried to convince me the other day that Michigan-Ohio State is the greatest rivalry. I was like, you're out of your mind. Those are two people in different states. That doesn't count. This is like you go to church Sunday having to deal with how that game went, or you go to school Monday having to deal with how that game went. Michigan, Ohio State, they don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Texas A&M and Texas could get back to that level, and both schools banning the other school's mascot from their field is a start. It's a start, but they got a long way to go to get to the real pettiness that is Ole Miss and Mississippi State.
Yeah.
And so it's my favorite game every year. And it's not a great game, but it is. Those people hate each other, and I am here for it 100%. Tonight at the Ritz, they have, damn it, I missed it. I lost it. They've got steak night, filet mignon, 3 to 10, I believe. Go get yourself bacon wrapped filet mignon served with a loaded baked potato from 3 to 10. They're open 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Thanksgiving. Why wouldn't you go enjoy yourself with some football and some stuffing? We bring back Galen.
Yeah.
Load up on Section 12X for the hottest sale of the year. 25% off sale. Starts midnight Thursday night into Friday morning. Appreciate your support. Brad, memorize that. Thank you. Section 12X, great stuff. And Jack says, attaboy Towns, much better job pumping up the sponsor. He's not always the best, but he tries. I did not see this pregame. Bruce Pearl was critical of how Houston played.
I'm glad I wasn't the only person that peeped that.
Okay. What happened? What did he say?
The rest was nonsense, but he had said something about like with Houston, there's no rim protection. And it's like, well, we're a top 50 shot blocking team.
Well,
like
I mean, to be fair, we only get about 20 minutes of rim protection.
Yeah, but I'm like, bro, that's on top of the defense that we play. That's pretty good, bro. Auburn's like top 100.
Did he say something about Diane?
Not that I remember.
Okay. People have said that he basically told Diane not to come to U of H, which, okay. That's a weird spot to be in.
Bitter. We can be bitter or we could be better.
Is something physically wrong with Harwell? Yes. I was expecting more of Harwell. Okay. He was hurt during the offseason. He's got some catching up to do. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
The other freshmen have had the entire offseason to work out. And you see it. And there's a reason they're starting and Harwell's not. Harwell could end up being a really, really good player.
He will be.
He's starting behind the 8 ball a little bit. And that's okay. Just
let's see. It's like last year when we started the season. Question is that Javier Francis, he hasn't improved. He hasn't done anything. It's like, well, he had a massive strain groin and was out for 21 days during preseason camp. It takes some time to get back
into the season. I mean, even the Auburn game, he was not 100%. So it'll be fine. They'll make it. They'll be okay.
What did Coach Sampson do to deserve all this doubt?
Well, I mean,
I
he
don't- I
hasn't
think-
gotten over the hump.
Yeah, you're right. He's a bad coach.
I just think it's the modern. I think honestly, I think COVID fried everybody's brain.
Expectations. It's just,
It's impossible to live up to.
yeah. And if U of H had like a situation like Kentucky, where your fans are pouring basically all of their money
Their life.
into your program and their life, and they're traveling everywhere. You talked about being in Pittsburgh in the tournament, and it's just a wall of blue. BBN. You don't get that from a lot of people. And if that were the case, maybe I'd understand it. But
BBL.
okay.
That can stand for a lot of different things. I don't know what I'm talking about. I call it big blue losers.
Sheesh. Nice save.
I mean, that but the thing is that the better we get, the more consistent we are, which we remain every year.
I mean, damn.
More and more is going to be expected.
Well, I feel like if you have those expectations, we need to give a little more, man. We need to give a little more. You can't expect to be able to compete, and you ain't giving us a chance to compete. If you want to see that, if you want to see it consistently, give a little more.
Yeah.
All these opinions, but not enough dollars.
Winning's hard, and we've sometimes we don't appreciate it enough. I mean, even I'm sitting there kind of sweating that game, getting frustrated. It's like, but we're gonna pull away. I know. Then we push it back out to 13. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking, it's like, we get frustrated with 10-point wins
against Power 5. That's just crazy. It just never fails to amaze me how far.
Well, see, that's the difficult thing about it, and it really, I was going to say sports, but I mean, it's you're going to find out in sales, it's never, ever enough. Mm-mm. Hey, congratulations on hitting quota. We need you to go higher next time. Congratulations on your nice quarter profit. We need more.
You know what's crazy? People still out here thinking LeBron is not good at basketball. It's like, bro, the dude came in and exceeded everybody's expectations, and he still ain't did enough. That's just people for you. Never satisfied, man.
Utah and BYU is a nasty rivalry. Go ahead.
I will say that he's not the
LeBron.
GOAT.
I mean, yeah, but you can respect when somebody is a great.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's just stuff
third
like
best
that,
player
man.
of my lifetime. Jordan and Kobe. That's it.
Okay, I didn't know where you're going for two. Okay,
I ain't gonna lie. After hearing Coach Sam talk about it, I might put Kareem up there, man. He said, "Gee, they changed the rules."
Well,
you can't do this no more. Like, just imagine telling Mike you can't shoot no more fadeaways. Mm-hmm. That's kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, they did the same thing. They did the same thing to Wilt. Said you can't dunk no more. Dunking is illegal because of Wilt.
Yeah, that's insane. But anyway, fellas, go Cougs, man. OneSubstantial.com. Damn, wrong way. Why is it? Why does my stuff go like that?
It's always backwards.
Yeah,
it's always backwards. It's hard to remember because I want to point. Oh, there he is. There's Towns. I remembered how to do it. Sometimes you get it. Sometimes you don't.
Hey Ryan,
yo,
what does YES spell?
No.
Can you interact with the joke, please?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
What does EYE?
Yes.
What does EYES spell?
Yes.
It's eyes. Got him.
Oh,
Got him. Got him.
damn. I really did. Oh,
Yeah.
That's that mullet rocking Iowa boy.
Got him.
I'm going to be
Man.
honest with you. Louisiana education is pretty good.
Hey, but yeah, you did a big step up down in the ship channel too. I mean, you
Y'all are haters.
you grew up rough in Iowa and then
Well,
Baytown.
Iowa, then West Monroe, and then Baytown.
Golly, son.
Rough life.
I mean, I'm
But
surprised
you
you're
got
not
me.
wearing a helmet right now.
I take it off for the show. I wear it everywhere else. It helps.
Come here.
Anyways, y'all are hateful. BYU and Utah is a nasty rivalry, 100%. But they don't play it rivalry week and have it in a long time. I wish they would, because they do really hate each other. And that would be a great game for this conference in this week. You've got two good old-timey Big 8 games this weekend. You've got our game, which is the Southwest Conference game. You've got a goofy Conference USA game. And Texas Tech and West Virginia, and UCF BYU, which really just doesn't make any sense in the last week of the season. So, anyways, he said that this is Bruce Pearl said that Arafan should decommit. He is not committed. He's signed. So, if he said that, then that's just an idiotic thing to say. But Bruce Pearl said U of H would lose at least 4 games in Big 12 play. Yeah,
That's
Like
that's called a
everybody-
fucking Big 12 title.
everybody has done that
What?
in the last 5 years, except one team, and that was U of H last year, when 19-1.
What? He said that like.
I mean, if
SEC
that's a
games are
bad
Auburn
thing,
gonna lose? Yeah, exactly. You know what?
That's 14-4.
Pencil me in for that every year. Actually,
absolutely.
what is? Yeah, he's hating.
Well, I don't think he
Galen-
understands the Big 12.
Probably not. He's been busy,
Hating.
and that's fine. U of H is going to lose Big 12 games this year, multiple.
Mhm.
Probably 4, maybe 5 or 6. It's going to happen. And it's going to be ugly on these shows, but that's fine. I look forward to this Big 12 schedule more than the last 2, to be honest. You shocked the world that first year.
And you
You
probably
really did.
was
Nobody
dreading it last
expected
year
that.
because
Last year, you thought, uh-oh, you lost Jamal, and this kid from Oklahoma don't look too good. I don't know. And you win 19 games, you lose another one in overtime. If your expectation is 19-1, Bruce Pearl or anybody else, that's going to be a disappointment. So, but 4 games, okay. Harwell's dealing with a knee injury right now. Cordell's dealing with something. Everybody's kind of got something. He's just mad that Chris Sinak in Kingston chose Sampson over him. Maybe. I mean, Bruce could have stayed there and made a lot of money over the next 10 years, 5 years, but good for him for getting out.
I like him as a
media, basketball
media
coach.
guy.
I think he's good in the media.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, but Bruce was up for his show cause popped earlier or ended earlier than Kelvin's, I think by a month or 2. And he was at Auburn. But when our job came open, I was like, please get Bruce Pearl. I didn't know Kelvin was even in the market because I thought at that time he was going to be like the next coach at Milwaukee or something like that.
Yeah,
I thought he was dead set on NBA. Didn't even cross my mind that he would come to college.
And as I remember it, it was a conversation with his father right before he died. His dad died, I think, in February of that year of 14. And his dad told him, go get you another program. You need to coach college. And so, anyways, it worked out for everybody, I think.
Daddy knows best, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Didn't know LeBron and Jordan debate was coming earlier before Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, yeah. Galen called it. It doesn't make sense why there's so much debate or doubt around the program and coach. Just people aren't patient enough to wait. Like, you see how this goes every year. This team is never great in November, but they're great by the time March comes around. Kelvin has always said, play your best basketball in March. Build towards that. They have a calendar. They everything is built that way.
And you want to be playing the level of basketball that the month is. You don't want to be playing March basketball in November, nor November basketball in March.
Can't sustain it.
It's not sustainable. There's nothing to look forward to. There's no room for improvement. There's nothing. So now our guys are right where there's probably a little bit ahead of schedule, but they're right where they need to be.
I mean, by the time you get to March, you are in overdrive with the pedal to the metal, and you can't do that in November.
Right. Agree with that.
Especially a team like us. We're not traditionally stacked with talent on top of talent. We don't have a collection of McDonald's All-Americans until this year, and these are just straight up freshmen. We're going through the kind of the growing pain that you normally see out of a Kentucky team. And now you see why Cal was ready to get the hell out of there, because it was not just win a national title. You need to win like 3 or 4 in a row.
It becomes unrealistic with 18-year-old kids.
I mean,
not a fair fight.
Another 2 or 3 losses, and they're going to run Pope out of town this year.
Yeah, it's not sustainable.
Yeah. In the postgame, Emmanuel said the Ramon is a needed piece right now and a good toughness that is much needed. He's 100% right. I would honestly start Khalifa Sacco right now. We need toughness at the 5 spot. I think the next 10 days for JoJo is going to be it's either going to start clicking or there's going to be a confrontation, because it's time for JoJo to get it. It's time for it to start making sense what his role is, what they need from him. And they've got 10 days. He gets a couple days off, and then I think he and Kellen are going to have some quality time together, and him and Kelvin too.
I don't disagree with that, but for a different reason. I might bring him off the bench 1 or 2 games because I want to see his reaction.
You mean JoJo?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care who you start in that spot. I mean, you can go with the big guard lineup.
4 guards, yeah.
But I want to, and I say this with a couple of guys in mind. I thought early on, or his junior year, I thought Deaky was much better coming off the bench. He played more controlled. The game got going, and he was able to kind of fit into it, as opposed he would get going a little bit over revved as a starter. He was able to kind of walk into while everything's going. And I thought Jay Francis was better coming off the bench than he was as a starter. Being the first guy, he's usually in by the 4 to 5 minute mark.
Mm.
Well,
I think
there's
it
a
just
reason
allowed
for that.
I think it allowed those guys to just play a little bit. The game has started, and they're not. It's hard for me to say, but it's hard for me to describe it. You're jumping on the train as it's going, as opposed to just being on there immediately and trying to get 100 miles an hour real quick. But I want to see that. I want to see that reaction. I want to see. It's not a hey, we think you suck. Hey, we want to try to change something to help you get into the flow easier instead of going out and just being a bull in a china shop from the first minute and pick up a really crazy foul 20 feet from the basket.
Part of why I run after a game to watch these shows is to learn all of you spit knowledge. Thank you, Bandit. Appreciate that.
I'll get learned up one day.
I'll get learned up one day. I think it's the instant success that fan bases want. No patience. Also, not wanting analysts and other fan bases to shit talk your team. You're just going to have to get used to the shit talking.
I really do believe that a lot of it is people want to either talk shit or not hear shit talk to them on Twitter and Reddit and all that shit.
Probably. But be
Instant
glad you don't
success,
have a staff
need
that
instant
feels
funds.
that way. Yeah.
Like, see, but maybe it's because my favorite food is cooked low and slow, as opposed to being in a microwave or flash fried. I like patience. I can deal with it. I like the process.
The process, man. You know that good things take time. It's
Exactly.
a phrase for a reason. You know,
Mm-hmm. Can't cook a brisket in 5 minutes, man.
Are we talking about brisket as your favorite food?
One
I
of.
ain't eating it.
You don't eat brisket?
I'm saying you probably can cook a brisket in 5 minutes, but
I mean, Lincoln
you're not
Riley
eating a
does.
pipe.
Cook it on 700, it'll be ready to go.
Okay. Gentlemen, what were your thoughts on Sedlot getting minutes early? How do you think he played?
Fantastic.
Sid just plays with the force, man. Like he just plays with the just brute. You know, it's but I know that Big Sid, he knows his job. And man, we can always count on Big Sid to play hard and put somebody on their ass. That's 3.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed watching him getting in. I mean, he got rewarded and he played well. He's one of those guys that's going to do things that don't show up on the stat sheet. I mean, if you look at it, he was nothing but zeros except for minutes, but he impacted the game.
Yeah. You'd think that the way some of these people are acting on the message boards, we need to start talking about baseball.
Good Lord. If we start talking about baseball, man, we need to get the entire athletic department down.
Yeah, there's no cats anymore.
Ain't nothing to talk about. I mean, baseball doesn't even exist. Not at our school.
No cats. Galen, have you seen any film on Ikenna Alozie?
I only seen the clips that they I think they posted but I rarely ever watch any of the recruits until they get to school, because if you watch Isaiah Harwell's film from last year, you'd be thinking that you would be expecting a different guy, and that's just kind of a unfair kind of standard or expectation to put on these kids. So I don't do it. Only person I've watched before they got to school was Kingston, is because we were in the same workout, and I knew then and there that he was one of them. So, but yeah, I haven't watched them.
Highlight films are the worst thing to watch.
Coach Sam used to always say, "I've never seen a bad highlight tape," and it's just it's very, very easy to sell you.
You get
I mean,
plenty
I
of
think
time.
I do.
Get plenty of time to look at him in spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna see him in the summer.
Well, I mean,
Probably gonna see
he
him
plays
in
for Prolific Prep. Is that right?
Yeah. They'll be in Dallas this weekend.
Well, and they also play that spring league against the other prep schools.
Yeah. Are fans allowed to be more critical of players with them making $500,000 to $1 million NIL? I'm going to take this one first. Fans can be as critical as they want of a player's performance on the court. I think go to town. Sometimes it gets to more than that. He sucks. Okay. Maybe harsh. They are making money. They are, in one way or another, professional athletes. But it's not all of them making that. You hear about these big numbers, but that's for the one guy or two guys. There's a lot. Ramon Walker's not making that money. Ramon is getting a sliver of what his best friend Emmanuel Sharp is getting. It's just not the same thing. Can you be critical of Ramon? Because, I mean, he's getting money, but it's not the same. Yes, you can be critical of his game. If he does something bad on a court, feel free. And I hope that we're giving you that of when guys play poorly, we talk about it. But does that mean you can
bashful
demean him? No.
Yeah.
They should have been making money the entire time. The entire product is the players. College sports has always been about the coach, with marketing and with the money and things like that. And that's fine, but it's the players, and the players deserve it. And they've deserved it the whole time. So I have no issue with them making the money, but I also have no issue with talking about their performance on the court. And if it's bad, say it's bad.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Whenever you say that, are we allowed to be more critical because they make money? I mean, you can, but if you're expecting them to be better, if you're expecting them to be better than normal because they're making money, that's a fool's errand, because they are who they are, regardless if they're getting paid or not. I mean, they'll make some guys will make $500,000 here, but they're not NBA caliber. Then they'll go to the G League and make what? What do they make down there?
Probably in the
40,
10, probably standard. But most of those guys get an 18 or 2 way, so you're probably making a minimum $100K. So,
right,
which is not bad, but it's still not nowhere compared.
It's a pay cut from what some of them are going to be getting here.
Yeah.
So does that mean the expectation's lower because they're making less money? I mean, I don't. I think from a fan's sanity perspective, if you think that, they're, this person's making $1 million, so I expect them to be that much better. I think that's just kind of crazy.
That's fair.
I mean, did you think because Derrick Rose was playing for free?
Didn't say nothing about him.
I think he got plenty of bashing.
Now that I think about it, if there's anybody that can't get over the hump, it's Bruce Pearl. He had Jabari Smith and couldn't make the Sweet 16.
Amongst others.
Yeah. Purdue and Indiana University divide families the last week of the football season. Going to be ugly for them. Maybe, but I don't care about Northern football. I'm going to be honest.
Facts.
Ain't nobody care about them outside that corn state.
Brad.Towns@gmail.com. Galen, can you explain the offensive lulls this team goes through, and a lot of U of H teams have gone through over the years? Physically tired after playing so hard on defense.
It's just something that you're going to do. It's always going to happen. Like Steph Curry still goes through shooting slumps. And I think it's kind of weird how like you said we haven't scored in 4 minutes. Well, that's only probably about 3 to 4 possessions. It's not it doesn't mean that we're getting bad shots or we can't score. It's just only been 4 possessions. It's a small part of the game. So and it's like it's always gonna happen. There's no particular reason. It's just offenses, the teams are actively trying to score you. If it was I just wonder, like, what do people expect? The most time that should go by without a point is a minute, or like, what is the expectation? Because you're going to go through droughts. Every team is going to have a drought multiple times in the course of a game. It's not something that you can wash away.
But you can also, the way you play defense, you can endure more of those.
Exactly.
If most teams go through, you had a 0 for 10 drought today, you're not winning that game for most schools.
But what was Notre Dame's drought? I mean,
they had some
they
bad.
They couldn't score
yeah.
for probably 10, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a drought. On top of turnovers, fouls, that's a drought. Like,
U of H did not have a field goal in the last 5:49 of this game, almost 6 minutes, but won. And I mean,
10 free throws in a row.
Yeah, you had 10 free throws in a row.
Thank you.
Well, and that's what got me excited, is that they saw. Hopefully, it's that learning experience. It's like, you know what, you're gonna go cold. Things are gonna go cold. There's ups and downs. Everybody, no different than the NBA. Everybody makes a run. Everybody's gonna make a run. The way you stop that when you go cold is you go get fouled. You take it right at somebody and draw fouls and get to the line. So once you start getting to the line, you're going to be whittling down their fouls. You're going to get yourself in the double bonus. You hate to stop the clock, but you know what? If you're getting one and two every time down, you're not letting them catch back up. And you're forcing them to press, or you're forcing them not to press, but to try to chase points. So they're going to be taking probably worse shots, usually, contested threes.
You know what? What if every time we played, we beat a team by 2 and it was like the score was like in the 20s, like 20-18, and we won a natty like that? Would people be talking about the scoring drops, or like, damn,
Yes.
like, what would we be focused on then?
No, they would.
But it's like, that's over the hump.
We it would be considered boring. It would be considered not fun. We don't have a pretty offense, Galen. We're not like Gonzaga, who's in the top 5 in offense every single year and winds up in very similar places that we do. We just do it a different way than Gonzaga.
A more sustainable way, because you can't depend on offense every night, but you can depend on defense, and defense travels.
Defense and rebounding travels.
Okay. Timeout. Tired of this. How many plates is Towns putting down tomorrow? If you're going by tonnage, I'm saying 11 pounds.
Maybe. See, y'all are all wrong, man. Y'all are thinking in terms of plates. I'm talking about how big is the trough going to be? I'm going to have one of them big giant kitchen spoons, ones that look like a big ladle. That's what I eat with.
Yeah. Towns actually will just graze on gravy for about 3 hours.
Oh yeah, I will have it gravy drip.
And a full turkey.
No, I only did the breast this year. The other stuff just becomes a pain in the ass.
I feel like I don't even know you.
I'm about to start some controversy.
All right, bring it.
No, it's just on Facebook. I love interacting with people and getting their opinions. Yeah, man.
You're not on the Facebook groups, are you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Gotta
Okay.
be, Ryan. I'm engaged. I'm locked in. I'm tapped in with
You're
the crowd, man.
locked in. Yeah, we're doing one over here.
He's doing
But
normal people shit now.
yeah,
Oh, I've
yeah,
been doing that type of stuff though. I love
I'm
like
going
the
to teach you
banter.
about next door. Yeah, really get you in.
He's the type of dude that's going to run the HOA at some point.
Oh, he's
Walking up and down the
with
street
discipline.
in his high socks up to his knees with the stripes on them,
And man, I
wearing his
recently had to go
wearing his
buy
slides.
some grown folks clothes, and then just like I tried them on. I'm like, I kind of like this look, man. I was getting tired of the jersey. I kind of like the dress pants, man, and the nice collar shirt with the nice smooth belt, dress shoes. I like it, man.
Rock the quarter zip.
Yeah, man. Just a look
That
of
Boyz II Men
sophisticatedness,
style.
man. Yeah. Then you got the face card that never declines. I mean, come on, man. You
There you
can't
go.
go wrong, man. Can't
That's
go
right.
wrong.
Get your John Legend going.
Galen Myth. Oh,
Here you go, Galen. Here's a question. Is prep school any better per se? Galen went to WBHS and was just fine making it into a top program.
I mean, personally, I really can't speak on that because, I wasn't one of those kids who I don't think I needed to go to a prep school to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. And I don't think it's necessarily, I don't think it's necessarily needed in general. Like Chris Sinak would have been a 5-star recruit where he could have went to the school of the deaf and the blind. They would have, he would have, it doesn't matter when you're good. So I just don't think that I don't see the hype behind it, honestly. Maybe because you get to work on your sport more, which kind of prepares you, but you know,
Yeah, it's not really
putting
a
all your
prep
eggs in,
school. It's like a basketball
yeah,
academy.
you get more time to work on your craft. But I mean, at the same time, how much better can you get in a day? Like, it's you can only do so much to improve before it becomes counterproductive.
Yeah, I mean, Kingston went to, just one of those lowly old public schools.
Yeah.
Baller.
Oh, yeah. So it's just like I guess it depends on what you value or who's in your circle.
Yeah.
But I don't see why Kingston probably stood out more going to where he went rather than if he had to share the ball with 5 of the 5 stars or 4 of the 5 stars. So, it's all depends on what you value, in my opinion.
Right.
But what do y'all think? What do you think?
I mean, I could see the merit in the thought that, you're going to go and play and practice against the supposed best of the best every day. But then again, if you're getting the competition and the development and you're happy with those who you're playing for, whether it be a private school or a public school, the best are always going to find the best. They're always going to go to, they got the same shot. I'm saying elite players are elite players.
And I think more so than anything, like it doesn't matter. You could be going against the best, but the higher priority is the level of coaching that you receive.
Yeah.
So it's just like you can be, I'm going against the best players, but is your coach instilling good habits in you? Because that's what's going to translate.
Right.
And by the grace of God, I had great coaches, so I was able to deal with Coach Sampson. Whereas, like, if you go to a prep school and the guy who's used to having guys, but doesn't really know how to build good habits, you might struggle because you got to deal with Coach Sampson every day. You got to deal with him when you see him, and when you might be thinking about, damn, Coach got on me today. It's like you're gonna be dealing with him. You're gonna be dealing with him. It's a mental game that you have to be ready to go against for sure. For
I'm
sure.
going to ask some coaches about this, about the differences in players from those prep schools and public schools, and see what they think. That's, I think, a worthwhile endeavor.
And like y'all said, when I mentioned prep school, I'm talking about the academies, the IMGs,
Oak Hills.
Yeah.
Mm.
Damn, that's an old school one right there.
I'm not worried about the naysayers. Coach Samp is the man, and our guys are fine. Quit all the doubting. Couged up all day, baby.
I mean, it's one thing you can never do, man. Is the guy is a Hall of Fame coach because he figured out how to win and how to get guys to grow and develop and to buy in. So the last thing I would doubt is a literally walking Hall of Fame coach. That's I never. As much as I might dislike Bruce Pearl's takes, I respect your greatness, brother.
Yeah,
I respect it.
I might have had questions when Galen was a freshman, maybe a sophomore, but after that, it's like, well, nope. Guess what? I'm in. I'm just going to hop in. I'm going to hop on and just go where you take us.
The ND
Absolutely.
coach Shrewsbury says he's going to petition to never ever see U of H again. I'm going to be honest with you. I have kind of defended this tournament, but the way they went about putting these teams together last night is trash. And there are obvious
didn't we
flaws.
say something about St. John's, and was it because of the point differential thing, or
I think they just went and threw people together last night to avoid conference mashups and to avoid teams that are going to play each other at some other point in the year.
well,
And
I mean that's
right,
is
but
that-
it was
is that
just
trash then?
thrown together. There was no rhyme or reason to it at the end of the day, and that I think is kind of dumb.
I mean, Ryan, you kind of just gave the rhyme and reason.
Well, but like Iowa State won 2 really good games over the first 2 days of this, but their point differential wasn't great enough, so they ended up playing. Who did they play? Rutgers?
Syracuse.
And beat them by 50. Syracuse, that's who it was, and beat them by 1 million. And so, but you go and you play 2 elite teams and win, and then you get a Q3 game at the end of your weekend.
Okay,
And
but
I just think that's
who were they supposed to play? Us?
I don't know. I don't think the way they set this up is the best way to do it.
Syracuse is
Next year,
Q3.
I think they'll end up being. They don't have net out right now, but I think they'll be a bad team.
We were 4-3 last year.
Yeah, 100%.
Never know, man.
Next year they're going to put teams in.
Next game, Tennessee, Lord.
Yeah, no, they have a good schedule.
Gauntlet.
Next year they're going to have 4 8-team groups, and I so worry about that. You're apparently going to be guaranteed 3 games, and then the teams that don't make it back to Vegas for the 3rd week, you're going to maybe have games on campus. We'll see. It just sounds like they're kind of pulling it out of their ass at this point. But they also did say they're considering going to bracket style next year.
Consider that'd be wise.
If you put brackets together and maybe there's 2 different tournaments, that's fine.
When you're also dealing with the hard cap of 3 games for these MTEs right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, you get the NCAA to change that, then all of a sudden it's a different story. You can be more flexible in what you're going to do.
And they may have gotten this too big for this point where they are with the rules. 16 just might be too many schools.
Well,
and 32 is probably going to be right, but 32 is just more. I don't know. But anyways,
hold on, wait.
Probably at the end of the day, you probably needed to play Notre Dame. You probably did need to play a better team just because of where you were. Anyway,
you know what? Iowa State, cry about it. Guess what? You don't have to come next year. Sit your ass at home. Go to fucking Maui. Who cares? Okay. I say love it or leave it. Get the fuck out.
That's a good point, Galen. Peeps need to level set expectations. This team isn't last year's. No. Great ceiling.
Like, at this, let's say just comparing the first 7, 8 games, I'd want to be this team. It's like you never know where a team is going to go. That's why you can't just sit here and expect Rome to be built in a day.
Yeah.
You got to give it time. You gotta trust the process and believe that, you know what, these guys have, the coaching staff is the reason why we are able to have the expectations that we have. Let's believe in the guys that got us here, man.
I
Trust me,
struggle
Toyota
with
Camry.
the higher ceiling talk.
I mean, I'm
last
just saying,
year
just to put things in
but
perspective.
last year they got to the ceiling. How can you have a higher ceiling than
The
one
ceiling.
possession for the national title? And
because
I
this
get
team
that maybe there's more talent, but they're
there's
not going
dramatically more talent.
But they're not going 19-1 in the Big 12. Or
No,
this
but
year
that's
there's
not-
only 18
the-
games.
It doesn't. Here's the deal. You don't need to go 19-1 in the Big 12. You need to go on a 6-game run in March. You need
But
to go undefeated in March. That's all
that
there is to
team
it.
was a possession away from that. I just don't. And I'm not saying anybody's saying it wrong. I just don't understand this talk of higher ceiling.
Yeah.
The ceiling, you were there. You were at the ceiling last year.
So the ceiling is, let's just take it game by game. Let that be the ceiling. Let that be the ceiling, man. And just let's see where it takes us. Let's believe in the guys who got us here and see where the chips fall. I mean, got more talent. Obviously, talent isn't the end all be all when it comes to winning games and building a team and beating a team. So it's just like, let's just trust the coaches. Let's trust our players and let's just see where they get us. You know, it's like Coach Sims used to tell this story about a pig and a chicken. And it would be like a chicken gave its eggs. That chicken was committed. It was bought in. But that pig became bacon. It was dedicated, gave his life. So let's be dedicated to our program. You ain't know where I was going with that, huh, Ryan?
No, I've heard it many times, actually.
But it's just like I landed the plane.
The chicken's involved. The pig is committed.
Exactly.
When Kelvin wins the Natty, does he retire the day after?
Absolutely.
I think he would have last year. I think he would have walked off. Now, he might be kicking himself right now because I think this is a fun problem to have. Like, this is exactly what he wants to be doing, is putting these pieces together right now. I think he'd be kicking himself. But you get that ring, you get to that mountaintop. It's hard to come back after that, in my opinion.
And it's
At
like
70.
he's a guy, he just likes, he loves doing what he does. And he loves building and molding young men more than anything. And that's why, like, I mean, does he? Yeah, probably because you got your son. But it's just like, man, he genuinely enjoys teaching.
Yeah.
And I feel like he gets some type of like high off of like, man, I'm really changing this young man's life. I'm changing my team's life. Like, it's bringing us. He was like, I know for the tip-off dinner, he used to say, man, it's like, Galen, there's some people who will never had their suit tailored. And it's like, I'm getting all y'all tailored suits. It's like, that's just the type of guy he is. He wants you to, explore your horizons and kind of open your eyes to new things. And that's just what makes him a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
I was with him once, just me and him one-on-one.
Ooh,
And
I'd be scared if I was you, right?
no, it was a great conversation.
But it's just like,
we did this like
man, I'd
7 or
be
8
nervous.
times. And one time we just sat talking about Sunday mornings. And he said, I come up here, meaning to the guy V, on Sunday mornings, and I tinker. And I just look at new ways to solve a problem. I play with lineups and how we're working a guy. Like, what are we doing in his individual drills?
Mhm.
Are we doing the right
Right.
things? Just tinker. And he says, I love coming up here and tinkering. And that stuck. It stuck with me. And I think about it fairly often, is that that's what drives him. He loves winning. loves it, but it's so much more. Obviously, he's going to get his money, and he's going to get his wins, and
He's beyond that.
Way beyond that.
Yeah, way beyond that.
I mean, I was talking to Karen Sampson the other day, and they are more frugal than I am. And it's like, you know what, y'all make a little bit. Y'all are doing okay. You're fine. But it's so beyond that. Karen got stuck in Charlotte and couldn't get a flight to Birmingham for the Auburn game. And I was like, oh, we'll just get a private jet. And she's like, no, I drove. I got a car and I drove. I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's also an option. I'm like, I just
that's a rider.
Yeah. So
shout out Mama Sam, man. That's a wonderful lady.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But anyways, so his thing was tinkering, and that's just what he loves doing. And I'll never lose sight of that and what he enjoys.
And the way I see it right now, with the type of talent that we had coming in this year, he's going to do something he's never been able to do, is getting the best of the best in recruits. I mean, and he's got a problem now he's never had.
Never had.
In the first half tonight, we played 11 guys.
Mm-hmm.
We played 11 dudes in the first half, and it wasn't a 40-point blowout.
No.
I mean, he's got so many weapons, and you talk about somebody who loves to tinker. You got so many ways to tinker with this.
Exactly.
And that's why whenever the question earlier was if Mercy's going to get some of Harwell's minutes, I don't know. I mean, because there's so many ways
it can happen.
There's so many things that you can put together out there on the floor, and then you got even more of it coming next year. I mean, this is what he's been building and developing his entire career to do. I mean, I guess he started to do it a little bit in year 1 or 2 at Indiana. He had Eric Gordon, big time elite recruit. Then things took a turn. But now he's built this program. It's his baby, all his. And these are the fruits of his labor that not only is they're going out and recruiting guys, they're at the point where guys are coming to them. Like he said, guys recruit us as much as we recruit them.
They know what translates, man. And is like Coach Sampson used to say that, like, I wouldn't mind recruiting a 5-star guy, but it has to be all 5-star guys aren't the right 5-star guys for me. And it's like he always says, man, if you don't want problems, don't recruit them. And it's like that just tells me about the character. Like I think I alluded to Kingston being a guy where he wants to grow, and it's just he has the right mindset about growth. And if you have that, you can play for Coach Sampson. He's going to push you to grow, and he's going to push you out of your comfort zone. And but you gotta be the right fit for him, and he knows that not everything that glitter ain't gold.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I think it's also it says a lot about his kind of understanding of himself. Is that
exactly
this kid is going to be a superstar in the NBA, but he's not going to be able to play for me the way I go about doing things.
It's all about fit,
and it's not a knock against a kid like that. It's just the reality of who it is, because you could end up messing a kid up that just isn't built for it.
Exactly.
Brad, what do you think of the Okie State hire?
I think it is a ultra super duper high risk, and the likelihood of failure is high. And
really?
It could be spectacular failure.
Okay. I think it's a pretty good hire.
Well, I mean,
I think Eric Morris is an up and comer. I think he had two schools on the board, right? Arkansas absolutely wanted him. I think that would have been career suicide for him, and it would be just another Arkansas flameout in 2 or 3 years. But at Okie State, he's going to get a budget to recruit, and he can go into Dallas, and that's vital. He's got connections in Dallas, in the Metroplex that is going to be vital for him. I think that's a very good hire for Oklahoma State. I really do. I can't believe you hate it so much.
It's not that I hate it. I just think that this is one of those that, hey, great. They had a 10-1 season. He had a one really good season in Incarnate Word, but they were also kind of surrounded with a bunch of doo-doo. It's great that he helped develop Mahomes at Texas Tech as an assistant. It's great that he helped develop Cam Ward and found Cam Ward. And it's great that he's done well with Nutcracker or whatever the hell his name is, North Texas.
I think Nutcracker's it.
I mean, but okay, so if you don't have that one quarterback, what happens? Well, I mean,
isn't that everywhere in the country though? Every program? LSU is trash. A lot of it because of the quarterback situation.
But what I'm saying is Oklahoma State's hiring him to be a lot better than Gundy. To be a lot better than Gundy.
I don't think that's true. I think you want to get back to Gundy's golden days.
Okay, then how many years are they going to put up with 6-6, 7-5?
I don't know.
They gonna accept eight wins? I mean, 8 wins obviously isn't good enough for U of H. I mean, we fire people who go 8-5,
8-4, but yeah.
But I can see a big flame out.
I think Oklahoma State should be a top 4 to top 6 program in the Big 12. I think consistently they should be that.
Well,
will they with Eric Morris? I don't know.
I think Oklahoma State is two different things. They were one thing when T. Boone Pickens was alive and had the unlimited funds pumping in there. I think they're a different dealing with the T. Boone estate.
Yeah.
If they were great on the finances, you would think, why haven't they been doing it? You know, I think, but I think that's also a common mistake in a lot of different schools is that, you know, they're like, oh, we're going to get a brand new coach, and we're really going to do it this time in funding the program. It's like, well, why weren't you doing it before? So you're saying you basically screwed this other guy, and you're going to go all out for this next guy that you don't even know. And I just think the game has changed, and
it has.
I think Oklahoma State is in good position, but there's not a whole lot of separation anymore in this league. And that's the beautiful thing about this league is that they're really financially there's not a lot of separation between the haves and the have-nots. I mean, we're at the bottom. We're at the very bottom. I mean,
Central Florida, Cincinnati, Houston. I'm thinking there is a step stool.
Okay,
U of H is not on the top of that.
This is based on the football spend, the amount of money spent on football. I put this together last week, and it's from fiscal year 24. So we're 2 seasons behind.
Yeah,
but the bottom of the conference, surprisingly, West Virginia, $25 million spending on football. The top was TCU at $54 million. Utah was $52 million. So, I mean, you've got the 2X.
West Virginia's 25?
West Virginia's 25. Ours were 26.9. But then you go to the ACC. SMU is at the bottom at 31. They're higher now. Wake and Virginia were in the 30s. But then Miami and Clemson. Miami was 78. Clemson was 67. All the other conferences, the difference between the bottom and the top are 3x. In ours, everybody's somewhat competitive, and things are going to get even more competitive once all of us new guys, or not all of us, but us, BYU, Cincy, we all get our full share. So it's not even going to be, it won't even be 2X by then.
Yeah. Well, I think what you spend in rev share in NIL, and then what happens with the CSC rules in terms of rev share in NIL is going to be a big, big deal. At some point, spending in football is going to matter less. Spending in players is going to matter more. And I think everybody's going to be kind of the same in that. I don't know if it's going to be exactly the same, but if everybody's kind of in the same group, then it should make for a better sport. But we'll see how that goes. Star Pizza, get you some Star Pizza Friday. Make sure you go. Buffet, all you can eat. Get your drink, get your pizza. Section 12X, Black Friday sale coming. 25% off store-wide. That means hats, that means shirts, everything. 25% off.
Starts Thursday night, runs through the
Substantial.
5th.
Do you have any deals for Black Friday, Galen?
You know what? Let me make one. Somebody go to onesubstantial.com
Guilty.
right now, man. Somebody go there. Let me go ahead and this is going to be a GoCoogs exclusive, man. A Cats exclusive.
I like it.
Right here. So do you guys do that segment like at that moment? Or is it like kind of pre-done? I don't want to say it.
We just did it. It's live.
Okay,
live.
okay.
The tits?
Yeah.
It's not pre-recorded.
Okay.
No.
The intro.
God, could you imagine if we practiced and put that on tape?
If that's what that's our output for practice.
What are we doing? I thought we're getting a sale.
Oh, no, wait.
Like I'm on the website right now.
It's not for you, Ryan.
I got cream. I got red. I got blackout.
It's
and I've
about to
got
be
bread.
a 1% discount.
All you 1%ers out there.
All you 1%ers. Okay, so boom. Boom. So, ladies and gentlemen, how many people watching, Ryan?
400 or 500.
All right, so go to onesubstantial.com, add something into your cart. Once you get to the checkout page, input the code CATS. For y'all who can't spell, CATS. We'll take care of you, and you'll have a
percentage
nice,
or
there is, and you'll have to just see that whenever you get there. So head to Cats. This is a Cats exclusive, man. Keep tapping in with us. We're going to keep providing youth sizes all the way to Towns size.
So when you say youth size, what how small
like
are
children?
we at?
Like
Youth
Ryan's
small.
size. Bonzo size.
Literally. Well, that's a youth medium.
Rocket, that's medium.
It used to be. It ain't anymore.
Man, this is the one they didn't want to miss. onesubstantial.com.
I'm about to go when we sign off on this in a few minutes. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna clear you out. So y'all better hurry up. Star Pizza 12X, section 12X.com, onesubstantial.com, and the Ritz. Appreciate all of you. Brad, give us your final thoughts.
Good win. 10-point win. I'm happy. I saw some really good things. Guys attacking the basket, guys being aggressive, guys going and learning that, hey, you can score in a drought. You can do it from the free throw line. I'm really happy to see the contribution of Mercy Miller. Happy to see the contributions of Khalifa Sacco, and good to see OG Ramon get in there and do what he does. It's a feel good story, and that kid is going to be important in March. He's gonna make some plays to win us games, and it was great to get these guys in some meaningful action early.
Galen.
I think, Towns, you alluded to it earlier when we were talking about, month-to-month stuff, and it's just like, granted, the team isn't where they're going to be when they're a final product, but we see flashes, we see glimpses of it, which is why that kind of gives us hope, and that's why we have a high expectation for this group. But like Towns said, man, good win. We just got to continue to trust the process and know that these guys have 18 years of non-Kelvin Sampson habits to correct. Just think about all the habits that you probably have for 18 years, and it's not going to get weeded out of you in a month, So we have to be realistic with our expectations of these guys, and even regardless of their talent level, but have the utmost faith in those guys and our coaching staff to get the job done. And like I'm saying, I'm looking forward to the next one and the next one and the next one, and just looking forward to the process in general.
That works. Sacco, great day. Mercy Miller, great day. Ramon Walker, great day. You got the win when you needed it. How about this? Tremont versus Terrence tonight in Maui.
Sheesh.
Didn't know that was coming.
Game.
Sacco has been such a nice addition, really fits the culture. Absolutely. A lot of y'all weren't around when we weren't very good. And it shows.
It shows.
I think I saw most of the not good.
Sitting around, just hanging out, watching Galen's dad play.
You wouldn't believe, I had a cousin that went to U of H, and we'd go to the rec center, and he would like, bro, whatever you do, don't come here. Don't come here. Like, bro, he was like, bro, these dudes suck. That's what he used to say. Glad I didn't listen to him. The one time I did, glad I didn't listen to him, man. But they were bad for my entire life.
They were.
Your dad's last year, I was a sports editor at the Daily Cougar. We had two guys that wrote hoops, Rohit Nandagiri and Jason Cesar Consiglione. They were our two hoops guys. I just kind of stayed in the background, supported wherever I can, but I went to every game. Shaman McBride, Galen Robinson, getting it done. And we were so fancy. U of H was so fancy back then. If you went up the tunnel and took a right down the hallway a little bit, there was a little opening, and there would be a table and two chairs, two old beaten to hell metal chairs, and one Domino's pizza. And all the staff and all the media and everybody had to go in there and fight Hunger Games style for their share of that one Domino's pizza.
Hey, at least you didn't have to go down. You didn't have to go eat in the dungeon and try to scrape off freaking asbestos from it.
You know what? I was very close. 2 games tonight: Tennessee, Kansas, Michigan, Zaga. I got Michigan, and I think I got Tennessee.
Tennessee and Kansas is on right now. I think it was a 2-point game in the early on.
You think Michigan beats Gonzaga?
I do.
I think so. I think
Michigan's really good.
I think Yaxel is the difference maker.
Yeah.
Galen, where'd you go?
He went audio only. He's looking at his phone as well, I guess. What do we think about the recruiting class for 26 with the flip to A&M? They've expected that for a couple of weeks. You've still got a really good class coming in. We're going to do some things with recruiting coming up. I'm very excited about.
We're still in the hunt for a couple of flips as well.
I think you're going to see some flips to U of H in this last week. Some might not happen till signing day, but signing day is not anything like it used to be. You can always sign and get out of that commitment by the time January 1st comes, when the portal opens. I think you're going to see a lot of goofiness this year.
Well, I
the
mean,
Magnolia
there's
kid, hang on. The Magnolia kid that just decommitted from Navy committed to U of H like 10 minutes ago. My knowledge on this is zero. Tyler Kovar is who it is. Tyler Kovar was in attendance at the game Saturday against who the hell did they play Saturday? TCU. Saw him on the sideline, and Kovar has followed us on Twitter from a year and a half. And
nice.
So good for him for staying home. Magnolia's pretty much Houston now. My sister's building a house there. So it's kind of the same.
You know what the best thing about this tournament was? They didn't have to stay like 2 extra days and do nothing.
Correct.
Waiting for the final game.
Waiting for Saturday.
Yeah.
Last year you played Tuesday, Wednesday, were off Thursday, Friday. You played Saturday.
Yes. And the play on that Saturday showed that they had been dicking around for 2 days.
And wanted to get the F out of there.
Yes.
So this was certainly a better situation than last year. And I don't have to go to
2016 at the 10-minute mark. Tennessee is
Tennessee and Kansas. Yep, that's what I'm watching. Oh, 2019.
I do like it. I do like that Skycam thing that they've got rolling up and down.
Yeah, that's smooth.
And you know, with all the people bitching about this tournament or whatever, one of the reasons why I like it is because it is a TNT production and completely ripped away from ESPN. If they can take it and make it 32 teams of the absolute best teams in the country and then rip everything away from ESPN, I'm all for it.
Okay. A little weird.
I mean, everybody bitches and complains about ESPN, and this is not an ESPN production. So this is good for everybody.
Yeah. Hopefully move venues next year. The MGM sucked. I did not love it. The other part of this tournament is at Mandalay Bay. I think they're going to add a third next year. So
when?
Well, it'd have to be an MGM property and have an arena of 8 to 10 to 12,000, or they could move it into the
just stick it in a ballroom and make everybody happy.
Yeah, at the Orleans. They played the Mountain West Conference tournament there.
Do it like old-timey boxing, man. Throw that bitch in a parking lot. Throw a head over the top of it.
Hey, man, pounds for president.
There's
president, man.
You know, make it like the ones the parks you see here in Houston with the overhang, the nice cover over it.
Yeah.
Man, if you can't shoot a J from with wind, you ain't a shooter.
Oh no, Tom, you wilding.
There was video from one of those ballroom tournaments this week. Somebody was trying to chuck a last-second shot from under the goal all the way across the floor, and he threw it up, and it hit that ceiling and just came straight down.
Yeah, that place reminded me of some of the places I played in high school, man, with the little church stage on the back behind one of the goals.
You may remember this, Galen won't, but in the 80s, Miami used to play in an auditorium, Miami Hurricanes basketball, and they played up on that stage. And the people would just sit in the auditorium watching the game, like, this is very nice. Anyways, thank you all so much for sticking around. We did an hour and 50 minutes today. I think we did almost
just like one of the old shows, this is like conference play shows.
4.5 hours the last 3 days.
Hey man, yeah, we're
appreciate
those guys.
Everyone sticking around with us. We'll see y'all Saturday for Baylor, Houston to wrap up the football season, and GoCoogs.com, OneSubstantial.com, CougFans.com, Star Pizza, Section 12 Vets, The Ritz. Go get you that filet mignon. Thank you all so much.
Use code CATS at checkout.
CATS at checkout.
Hey, and any of y'all doing the Cajun fried turkey. Make sure you got this down. Stop, drop, and roll.
Wait, wait, hold on, wait. Is our show growing? More
does that mean?
sponsors? More. Our show is growing, man. This is great.
We're always
This is
growing.
Great stuff. Exactly. Pause.
We're growing. You might get paid once.
Hopefully.
This is old timey
Start
right
a
here.
petition.
Mormon
Nope,
carpet basketball.
nope. Nope.
Hey, I didn't.
Look,
we didn't
Blue
have
Pills Raging
Cougar Tails.
Mormon Carpet.
we didn't have the Mormon carpet gyms, but we did have a couple of Baptist ones up in Dallas had the carpet basketball gym.
How do you have this just on command, bro?
I'm waiting for you.
Ryan, get a life.
Waiting for you. We're almost at the 1 year anniversary of this bad boy.
Oh, that's terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, it really is.
Terrible. Oh man,
Right over my
great
show,
show,
too.
fellas. Great show.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all so much, and we'll see y'all Saturday.
Merry Christmas, Houston. Coming in hot over TDECU Stadium. Section 12X specials on the way. Look out below. Enjoy the gifts, everybody. See